Welcome to Triple Crown Champ, your non-stop shop for wrestling talk. Today we're talking about champs, contenders, rookies v vets, and shoots v kayfabs. I am your host, the Triple Crown Champ. Let's get into it. So today we're talking about the main event between Rollins, Punk, and Reigns. I woke up this morning and I saw an article, and the article said, and I quote, "Makes him look stupid. WWE fans point out awkward issue as WrestleMania 41 main event is confirmed."
I know what you're looking for, and it's in there. You're closing the show at WrestleMania. You get to live your dream of all dreams, CM Punk. You are a WrestleMania main eventer.
CM Punk's emotional reaction to the revelation that he would be in the main event of WrestleMania. I believe it was paid very well.
This is not something. Wipe those tears out of your eyes. You don't deserve it. No! Main eventing WrestleMania is sacred. The fact that you never main event WrestleMania.
You deserve it. He definitely does not. Again, we all seem to forget that this is the man who said some awful things about the company because he didn't get his own way. Me and mine call that throwing your dummy out the pram. He's back for the money, as he said so many times. The fact of the matter is, some fans are seeing the reality of the situation, which is what I'm basically talking about in this situation. So he has been given the main event spot along with Reigns and Rollins, and that is, I guess, WWE's way of kind of passing off some accountability to it, is to say that, you know, Rollins is in this match and Reigns is in this match and they are both main eventers. But the fact of the matter is, you're having a match that is not the world title match. It's not the universal title match. And it's not the women's either. So that's 4 matches that it could possibly be. 4 separate titles that could possibly be contested for in that main event spot that are being overlooked for that match. So we know for a fact that Cody Rhodes and John Cena, that's going to be one of the nights. That's probably going to be night 2. And we know the main event, Jey Uso versus Gunther. However, it has now been revealed that that main event spot will go to CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Reigns, of which are not contending for a title. This may not seem like a big deal outside of the wrestling community, but it is somewhat problematic, and it does go to the nature of what I have spoken about in one of my previous videos, in that I believe it's contractual. So the contract signing is actually pretty funny and actually very close to what I think is actually going on, is the fact that, and several different people in the sphere of speaking online about wrestling have spoken about the fact that there are some wrestlers that are seemingly able to write their own contracts, and it's causing problems. Another one is Mercedes Moné, which again might explain why she's currently holding 4 different titles. I think it's contractual. CM Punk came back. He's not going to be here for very long. He came for the money, and he's going to have to main event WrestleMania as soon as possible. If not, then putting the title on him. I think that might be a little bit unrealistic at this point, but I think it's a contractual obligation that he fulfills that dream of going to WrestleMania. So I think that's what that was. It is another slap in the face for someone like Jey Uso, I think. Main event Jey Uso, who has worked his way up the card. It's been put into a storyline at the moment that he's an underdog, and now it's seemingly been dragged away from him. I don't think I have ever seen a year where the Royal Rumble winner did not compete in the main event of WrestleMania for the title. whichever title he or she chose. And that's astounding. I don't think that's ever been done. I'll keep thinking. Please let me know in the comment section if there is a situation that you can remember, but I can't really see a situation where that belt wasn't contended for at the very top of the show. I understand that night 1 and night 2 is a fairly new concept in WrestleMania format. I think it's only been done maybe about 4 or 5 times now. So on a grand scale of WrestleMania, that's probably very, very new. And it gives more opportunities. That was a good thing. But on both nights, it should be the main event card at the top of the show, ending the show, should be for the title, whichever title. And I think if it's not the men's, then maybe it should be the women's. But it definitely shouldn't be a match that isn't contending for any belt whatsoever. I think we have to watch the space, because I noticed the fans still screaming CM Punk, and I just... But let's see what happens, because I think there's going to be more oddities to come about. I think it's odd that CM Punk would be the one to say certain things about John Cena, John Cena's character, and John Cena having the ability to bury other performers. Something I believe he said before about John Cena being at that very top of the card in the WWE, and in this main event move for CM Punk to hold the main event spot, he's just essentially done exactly that to Jey Uso. Oddly enough, something he was accused of by the Elite, I believe, in AEW. I believe the two brothers, the two twin brothers, Nicholas Jackson and I forget what his brother's name, the Young Bucks. Yeah.
This is a tag team bout set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Approaching the ring from Rancho Cucamonga, California, at a combined weight of 417 pounds, Nicholas and Matthew Jackson, the Young Bucks.
If you like the content, please hit like, subscribe, helps with the algorithm, lets you know what I'm uploading next. Until then, I've been the Triple Crown King. I'll see you next time.